What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sperato. I did not expect to be uploading today whatsoever, but they dropped the entire Speed Duel GX box set, and I've been really excited for this set for a couple of reasons. One, I'm a sucker for GX. Two, I do play Speed Duels on occasion, and they really needed an update to the game. And three, I get to play Armed Dragons, my favorite archetype, in one of the coolest formats ever. So I'm really excited to see what's in CHAZZ's deck list. So I'm going to be taking a look at his deck list and any cards related to the CHAZZ, and I'm going to be just kind of reviewing them, giving you guys my first impressions. Keep in mind I have done 0 play testing, so anything is subject to change. Also keep in mind that I don't play Speed Duels often enough to know all of the skill rulings, and I don't really know the meta or anything. I just have a general idea of what's going on, so don't take the video too seriously. So first we got the 3 Ojama brothers: Ojama Yellow, Ojama Green, Ojama Black. I mean, this was a freaking given. These are CHAZZ's main ace monsters. They're the dudes, the goons, the homies. They're literally like the main focus of the deck, so of course they were going to be in there. Moving on, Ojama Red, Ojama Blue. I'm actually very surprised to see both of these cards in this set. These are newer Ojamas. I was expecting, you know, like GOAT format stuff, but, you know, here we are. Ojama Red's kind of useless in this format, though, because when you normal summon him, you get to special summon up to 4 Ojama monsters. Guess what? You only have 3 main monster zones, so you can't even set up for Ojama Delta Hurricane with this, because you can only special summon 2 of the 3 brothers, and you need all 3 of them for Hurricane. You don't have Xyz monsters, you don't have Link monsters. What the heck are you doing with Ojama Red? Don't play this in your deck. Ojama Blue, on the other hand, is pretty freaking nice. If he's destroyed by battle, you get to search for any 2 Ojama cards, and this is a format where you can expect to get destroyed by battle and survive the turn because it's slow enough. So yeah, kind of making your opponent think twice before swinging into your face downs is pretty cool. Being able to search some really good cards like Ojama and Ojamagic off of this can be really devastating for your opponent. But do keep in mind that he is a bit nerfed in this format. There is no main phase 2. You have a lot less life points, so you can't really crash and then combo off in main phase 2 because 1, you'll probably be dead, and 2, you don't even have a main phase 2. So don't expect Blue to be as crazy as he is in the TCG, but expect him to be, you know, still a good addition to your Ojama deck. And then we got the Armed Dragons. We got level 3, 5, and 7. Obviously, this is my favorite portion of the CHAZZ deck, but there isn't a lot here. It's just the GOAT format Armed Dragons, and that's about it. I don't believe we have Mass Dragon. I don't believe we have Flying Kamakiri, so I don't know how practical a pure Armed Dragon deck would be. A little disappointed that there's no level 10. I wanted to make like a really cheeky level 10 turbo because it's one of my favorite cards of all time, but it is what it is. Level 5 is probably the most relevant one out of all these because level 3 can summon 5 with relative ease thanks to Ojama and other ways of getting him out. And level 5 is just a whole house in a format like this. Being 2400 attack off a 1 tribute monster or a free special summon off level 3, like sheesh, it is really freaking good. And then if you destroy a monster by battle, you can level up into Armed Dragon level 7, who has a better effect but has much worse defense stats, which is relevant in a format where 3 Book of Moon is in every single deck. So, you know, be a little bit careful before summoning this guy. I think he would only run a single level 7 just because he's a bit brickier, where level 5 is, you know, always live, whether he's in the grave, your hand, and your deck. So, you know, you have enough to play Armed Dragons for sure, but I don't know if like a completely pure Armed Dragon strategy will be viable enough. We'll see. I'm going to test all the different variants out, don't worry. V Tiger Jet, W Wing Catapult, these are garbage. I'm not even going to read them. They're just really bad cards that CHAZZ used in the anime. That's why they're here. Then we got this dude. I don't know what he's doing in CHAZZ's deck, but he's literally worse Breaker the Magical Warrior, so don't play him. Anyways, here's something interesting. Ojama Country. So this actually isn't a part of CHAZZ's deck for some reason. This is like in the spare card slot, but it is in the format. You can play through Ojama Country if you want. But there's actually going to be a field spell skill card where you pretty much just get Ojama Country for free anyway. So I'd imagine at maximum you'd only run 1 just in case it gets like Cosmic Cyclone or something, so that you can just play the second one, because it is important for Ojamas. It switches the attack and defense of everything, which is important when you're a 0 attack archetype. It lets you monster reborn any Ojama from your grave, including your big bosses like Ojama King and Ojama Knight. And of course it's an Ojama match target, so that's really good as well. So I think you would play it as like maybe a 1-of. Ojama Delta Hurricane, this is cute, but it's never going to happen because you would have to get black, green, and yellow to the grave, special summon them with tri-white, and then use the... That's just so much setup for like literally nothing, because you don't even kill them afterwards. So I don't think this is a card you would be running in actual Ojama decks. Ojamagic, one of the best Ojama cards of all time. I love this card. So if it's sent from field or hand to grave, you get to search for Ojama yellow, green, and black from your deck to your hand. That is a free +2. But there is a catch. You have to have all 3 in your deck in order for this to resolve, so that means you need to be playing 2 copies of each, or be playing a 30-card deck and pray to God that you don't freaking draw one. I'm personally going to be playing, if I play this variant of the Ojama Armed Dragon strategy, I'm going to be playing 2 of each of the Ojamas. So that way, because like if you play 2 of each and you have 3 poly, 3 Ojamatch, like you're never really bricking because the Ojama names still have uses. Because you can at least get Ojama Knight, but the idea is you get to discard this, get a free Armed Dragon level 5, and then fusion summon into Ojama King, and like that's a really good board to have in speed duels, so definitely one of the better cards in this list. Ojamagic is literally the best Ojama card because you can send Ojamagic to grave, or you can send your Ojama Country, which you'll start with if you have the skill. And then you get to search for an Ojama monster with a different name than the sent card, and an Armed Dragon, and then you get to normal summon one of those cards that you added. And this is a quick play spell. This is not once per turn, so you can normal summon level 3 like multiple times during your standby phase and get a bunch of Armed Dragon level 5s and accumulate a ton of Ojamas in your hand. It's a really good time. So this is one of the best spells. Like, I think this is the best Ojama spell of all time. So this is great if you're an Armed Dragon enjoyer, if you're a Ojama enjoyer, doesn't matter. There's a lot to love from this card, so it's definitely going to be the best thing in here. Tri-white, this is more of a, you know, Skull Servant card. I mean, literally look at the freaking spell artwork, but yeah, you can get green and black and yellow and then Delta Hurricane. That's cute or whatever, but it'll never happen, so don't freaking run this. Polymerization, I mean, of course, it's the freaking Ojama deck. It's a fusion deck. So yeah, of course CHAZZ is going to be playing Polymerization. Super Rush Recklessly. This card's actually really cool. I'm not going to lie. So you target a beast monster you control and one monster your opponent controls. You destroy the beast monster and then you shuffle the opponent's card into their deck. So this can maybe make use out of Ojama Red, because I did say he's useless, but he can get a bunch of beasts on the board and then you can like control the match with this. So maybe that's an option, but I kind of doubt it. Still a cool card though. Wall of Disruption. This card's really freaking good for Armed Dragons because they struggle to get over gigantic monsters. Like if you're bigger than Armed Dragon level 7, you're gonna have a problem. So being able to see those Blue Eyes players just crash into your Armed Dragons when you activate Wall of D during the damage step, that is super satisfying. So pretty fitting that it's in this deck. The Grave of Enkindling, this card's garbage. I'm not even going to read the whole thing. Same with Spike Shield with Chain. You're not playing this, let's be honest. Then we got CHAZZ's Fusion deck, because this isn't an extra deck yet. So Ojama King, we all know what he does. We all know how good this card is in a 3 monster zone format. This is pretty much an FTK if you go first and manage to summon Ojama King. They don't have the Book of Moon. They're going to be having a really bad time. This also gives you a new target for Waking the Dragon, because if they pop your Waking, you get to lock out all of their monster zones, and they're going to be having a really bad time. Ojama Knight, I'm honestly surprised is in here. It's a less specific Ojama King, but a slightly less powerful one, only locking 2 zones and only having 2500 defense, but it's still a really solid card because any 2 Ojamas, including like red and blue, can make your Ojama Knight, and then you can bring it back with Ojama Country later, just like you can with Ojama King. The VWs, they're really bad. You're not going to run them. It's just adding extra bricks for monsters that are, you know, you were already winning if you were summoning XYZ Dragon Cannon. Let's be honest. You're not going to be running these at all. They're just here for the sake of the fact that CHAZZ played them in the anime. As I mentioned before, CHAZZ does have a couple of skills. These skills are the type of things to make or break a deck, so let's go ahead and look at them. We got Land of the Ojamas. We don't know if there's a cost or anything on the back of the card. Usually with like field spells and stuff, it'll say like start with 1 less card in your hand, so hopefully that's not the case. I think it's balanced enough considering that if you want to get rid of this, all you have to do is literally normal summon Breaker if you're going first, pop this card, and then bam, their entire strategy's in shambles. It's already vulnerable enough, right? So that is going to be a thing. It's going to be a field spell that you start off with. It's literally going to be Ojama Country. There's no difference between this and Ojama Country other than the fact that this is named Land of the Ojamas. Now, Because it's a field spell and because it says Ojama in this name, I still believe it's a proper Ojamatch target, which is the important part, because it turns Ojamatch into a 1-card combo. So if you wanted to use that as an engine just to turbo out some monsters, or if you're actually playing a legitimate Ojama Armed Dragon strategy, then you know this is definitely a must. So it definitely is what you want if you're trying to abuse that Ojamatch. So let's look at the second skill. Armed and Ready. Already off to a great start with a name like that. So once per duel, during your main phase, you can send one LV monster you control to the graveyard to special summon the LV monster mentioned in its text from your hand, deck, or graveyard as if it were summoned by the sent monster's effect. This effect is really good because it's just a free level up that your opponent can't respond to, and you don't need to be running the garbage card known as level up, which causes a lot of breaking and consistency issues. So being able to get into any Armed Dragon access that you want, getting into level 5, getting into a quick level 7, that is very, very great for this deck. However, the issue is that it is a once per duel effect, and I don't really think Armed Dragons are powerful enough at this point in order to warrant a restriction like that. So I'm a little disappointed that we can't use it twice per duel, considering Union combination lets you special summon XYZ Dragon Cannon literally every single turn, and that the Thousand Eyes Restrict skill gets you into a Thousand Eyes or relinquished at worst every single turn. So I'm a little bit annoyed that this is a once per duel restriction, but it still might be good enough. Again, I just wish we had like Masked Dragon or something to help out the Armed Dragon strategy. Currently, I'm leaning more towards the Ojama variant, as long as we don't have to like sacrifice a card to use Land at the Ojamas or anything like that. So yeah, those are all of the CHAZZ cards and skills. Overall, I'm pretty impressed. I think it's crazy that we got Ojamagic and Ojamatch in particular. Ojama Blue and Red are welcome additions at any time. I think the only thing I'm disappointed with is the Armed Dragon lineup is a bit lackluster, but we definitely have enough to at least make the deck work, whether it's going to be a supporting engine for the Ojamas or if it's going to be its own standalone deck. Personally, I think the best way to play this deck right off the bat is just going to be Ojama King Turbo, and then if you lose your field spell and you can't attack your opponent, that's what the Armed Dragons are for, and also just being Ojamatch targets to Doi, so you know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little breakdown. I will be uploading more speed duel content with Ojamas and Armed Dragons and all that CHAZZ good stuff, as well as Armed Dragons in other formats as well, because we are an Armed Dragon based channel. Anyways, leave a like, subscribe, helps out a lot. I'm gonna see you guys later. Peace.